Welcome to another episode of Hidden Heritage, where we follow the breadcrumbs to discover more evidence of who were the only American Indians that inhabited the Americas, and that are still here to this day. Now, before we dive into the rabbit hole, truth. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe, comment your thoughts down below. If you are already subscribed, welcome back to the channel, and thank you once again for your unwavering support. Please continue to like, comment, and share, so more people can witness the truth. Let's dive in American Indian with the Hoop Earrings Part 3. Now, if you haven't seen Part 1, here is the thumbnail for Part 1, and here is the thumbnail for Part 2. If you haven't watched Part 1 and Part 2, please go watch them so you will get the full context of Part 3. Okay, so now that we all caught up, we've seen this before, right? So here's what we're thinking, right? Here's an Indian, right? Just by looking at the picture, you see, he has a peace pipe, right, with tobacco. Tobacco is indigenous to only one continent, which is America, or in this case, India. Right, America is India, is America. That's why you have it, America. That's why you have the American Indians, right? So you have his facial features. It's just phenotype, right? His skin complexion, you have his full lips, nose, the hair, we have the feather headdress, and of course, the earrings. So when we saw this even in people in the back, with the bracelet around their arms, right? We saw them that he's holding like a piece of paper, or whatever the case may be, so could be reading something, right? So, of course, he has this feather headdress, so we did a search on the photo, and it came back right and well. We'll just show you, all right. Here we go. So what does it say? There it says, American Indian, right? I guess we cannot be more clear of why you need to claim your identity, right? Let's break it down even further again. Look at their body type, phenotype, facial structure, lips, nose, hair, right? And then to place the Indian in a certain place, we have the tobacco peace pipe, the feathers that is synonymous with being an American Indian, and then we have the receipts, right? Because we kind of have a problem, but we have a solution, right? The problem is where we are running away from the land. Right, for some reason, our people, we do not like to identify as an American Indian. Right, we like to identify as an American Indian. Right, we like to identify. Black Negro was descendant of a slave we had. We got Hebrew Israelite, we got Hebrews. We got Moors. We got all this stuff, right, that doesn't tie us to the land when everyone knows who we are. We keep running away, right? We're trying to be like, where they're black natives, or the Naga, or what are black natives, or the Naga, or whatever the case may be. We're just making up stuff, however. There are 4 things to consider you as an individual, us as a people, then comes the land, and the 4th and final thing is the most important. We have to have some protections in place for people of the land that we're claiming, and we have to claim that, and let me break it down, all right. So the breakdown is here. There are 195 countries in the world today, right? And none of these countries say anything about being black, right? Let's go through them. So no black, no Hebrew Israelite, no black Indian, right? Just this, I'm going to get to the bottom, and I mean we're going to come back up, okay? So the point we're trying to make is American Indian is your true identity, and we're going to solidify that even once I go through this list, right? So there's nothing on here saying thing about black Negro, more Hebrew Israelite, and again, nothing like that, right? Because as a people, we have to have something in place, which is already in place. There's a process already in place for American Indians in America/India, right? And to solidify that authenticity of your American Indian identity, right? Let's show you what they are selling, your rightful, authentic right, your identity. I'm going to say selling just your identity as for this one thing in particular. But again, there's nothing on here saying black or more Hebrew Israelite, right? American Indian tied to America You have to be tied to the land code. There are protections in place for American Indians, so again, to solidify the authenticity of the American Indian. Right, look how much they're selling your likeness, your authenticity, your realness, look. I am going to say selling it as well again. The American Indian just a drawing, look. And this is not, did they exchange rate? $3,078 USD selling. I mean, at the time it was estimated sold whatever. But this is what they're pricing your American Indian authenticity as, because they're not selling it as Negro or Black Indian or Black American Indian or some nonsense like that, right? They're selling the actual real deal for big money. And there's a whole bunch that we found all right. So the American Indian they know, and you know now, so there's no more excuses. We just showing you it was 195. Countries ain't none of them say anything about no Black or Hebrew or Naga or whatever else people want to try to call themselves. There are protections in place already for American Indians already. There's no way a people can be so spread out as far as so many different identities you have. We have to be one identity, and that's the only true identity of American Indians, because it ties us to the land. The land is literally called America India. Right. That's why you have the American Indian. It's the spelling is there. All right. It's right there. They are selling your likeness for big money, while we're fighting about what we should be called. When they're just, hey, we'll just, if they don't want to figure it out, we just divide, conquer, and we'll just make money, right, because they're there. There are no moral victories, right? No more victories. We cannot say, well, we as a people under the banner of Black or Negro, we don't receive any kind of protections under the law whatsoever. But at least we have our pride, at least we're cool, at least we're different, right? There are practices in place for every country that their people, right, could you be? We're not individuals, right? We are people. We have to be tied to the land, and the land must say who you are. Keep in mind, there was a generation before us, and they were all civil rights activists, right? They are all there, have already put processes in place for the American Indian, already processes in place. And before you doubt yourself and say that, oh, that's for someone else, let's go back to the reminder. Here's the reminder again. They are selling your authentic identity for money, okay? So before we say, oh, well, that's for someone else, right? Look at what you are worth to everyone else. It's right there. It's no more excuses. No more hiding. It's all right here. It's all right here, right? Authentic money while we're still in fighting. Right? They got their stuff together and be like, hey, if they don't want to claim the land, well, I guess we'll claim it for them. They don't want their Indian heritage. All right. Oh, yes. Well, we'll take it. Yeah. I mean, they don't want their American Indian heritage. All right. Well, we'll take it, but look, we'll take it, sell it, since they don't want it, right? Can't stress this enough. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you made it this far into the video, thanks again. Please kindly like, share, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, so you'll be informed of our next upcoming American Indian episode. Please take care of yourself. Please take care of each other. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.